You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about a couple of the Stranger Things. Can we not get those uniforms this year? Just pointing that out. I thought, I'm going to be honest, I thought I was the only one that didn't care for them. And until that conversation came up in a couple of the watch party chats I was in, come to realize a bunch of folks can't stand those Stranger Things unis. So anyway, let's talk about a couple of the Stranger Things that's in the CBA agreement. There's something involving the salary cap and minimum player salaries that I find kind of odd. That doesn't make any sense. This pregnancy clause, I'm like, only in this league. I mean, what are we doing? Come on. Wow. I probably wouldn't bring that up, but all we hear from these players is they want to be treated like NBA players. Okay, but question mark? You get my point. So, the CBA, right? This is Front Office Sports. The additional details includes changes to the core designation. We're not going to worry about that. Housing. This has been a topic of discussion. Housing will be provided for all players for the first 3 years of the deal. All players. And even when they start getting rid of housing, it's still pretty wild. In 2029 and 2030, only players making $500,000 or less, $500,000 a year or less, will be eligible for team-provided housing. And by 2031, only developmental players will receive this benefit. Again, I believe the only players that they should look at, well, you know what? Come to think of it, the only players that should get housing, when you consider the raise that rookies are getting entering the league now, they're not coming in the league making 66 or 70, 78,000, or they're coming in making a substantial wage. The only players that really should ever get housing at this point would be players that are on a 10-day contract. I could see that. Okay, I could see that. But everybody else, in my opinion, ought to be subject to pay their own housing. I mean, it is one of the bigger, more embarrassing welfare provisions, for lack of a better way of putting it. I mean, WNBA players are getting Section 8 here. I mean, come on, for crying out loud. Now, let's scroll down here. The new CBA includes a salary cap exception for minimum salaries. And I saw this and was like, wait a minute, what? There are five tiers of minimum salaries in the new CBA. The rookie minimum is $270,000. There's my point. If you can't find a good place to live off of $270,000, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. Players with 1 to 3 years of service will earn at least $277,500. The minimum for a player with 4 to 6 years of service is $285,000 and $292,500 for 7 to 9 years of service. The minimum for players with 10 or more years of service is $300,000. All of these numbers will grow each year over the course of the 7-year term. So that's just this year. Every year we're going to be talking about new salary figures, folks. Under the exception, not counting any kind of like rev, bone, any of that stuff. Not counting any of that. Under the exception, a team player can sign to a minimum contract at the 4-tier value or higher, but it will only count for $277,500 off the cap. And I saw that and was like, wait a minute, what? What? Okay. So there's going to be certain minimum salaries that will not cost the full amount. For example, if Liberty forward Isabel Harrison signed for the veteran minimum in 2026, she would earn $300,000, but it would only account for $277,500 of the team's cap. So that's a little relief, but is it a lot? No. Is it enough relief to really and truly, even if you had a bunch of minimum players, it's not going to help a lot. That's not going to, now it might help with like 10-day contracts or something like that. But I found that rather odd that it was not going to count the full amount against the cap. Now, let's get to this. Outkick posted this. The wild pregnancy clause. Okay. So my dude Zach Dean over there said, while I don't care about the numbers in the New Deal, I do care about the oddities of it. I love a good contract provision. It's weird to like, but I do. I'm kind of intrigued by it too. Quote, the WNBA had to do this. Quote, teams must obtain player consent before trading a pregnant player. Wow. Wow. It's a funny little thing to throw in a CBA. It's part of the reason why the WNBA is a content machine. People have asked me, Rhodes, why do you cover this league? It look, the interest in this league around the drama is unlike anything I've ever seen in the 6-year history of black and white sports. It is wild. He is right about that. I mean, Brittany Griner's arrest and that entire year, I probably released 100 to 150 videos. I believe I counted it up. At one point, we had 35 or 40 million views off Brittany Griner. I was basically the only one that did those videos over on the big channel. And it was unbelievable how much interest there was in that entire saga. So, this was put in the contract because WNBA had major problems with this in the past, specifically with Derica Hamby. We saw that, the Aces player. Hamby was traded to the Sparks in 2023 while pregnant. She later alleged the Aces questioned her commitment and penalized her after she disclosed her pregnancy, claims the team denied. The league investigation found the Aces violated the rules regarding impermissible player benefits and workplace conduct, leading to the suspension of Becky Hammon and a loss of draft pick. We all remember that drama, right? It just, I mean, really? How about you just trade them and don't question their commitment? Although one could say maybe you should time your situation a little better with the actual league year and playing, that sort of thing, but still, the idea that you have to get consent from the player before trading them, it baffles me. It really does. So, key details on the new WNBA CBA performance bonuses. All right. So here we go. The WNBA champion would get $60,000 per player. All WNBA first team is $30,000. Second team is $15,000. All defensive second team, $7,000. Is there a first team? What are they getting? $7,000 maybe? I don't know. MVP of the league, $60,000. So last year, Asia Wilson got $15,000. This year, she'll get $60,000. Okay. So that's more numbers right there from the CBA. There's some strangeness in this CBA, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I still think it's ironic that we're finding out now that the owners may have buffaloed them into taking this deal. By the way, the term sheet got signed. This thing is signed, sealed, delivered. Far as the players voting on it, they're good to go there. It's still got to go through like some lawyer shit, but I mean, it's a done deal. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. What do you think about the pregnancy clause? Stick a fork right in my eye. Bam. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.